what is? Yes, I'm back. This is DJ Hart. And of course, you're listening to the world's peculiar radio station only here at Cape Radio 8.2. And young, time check is past 10 in the evening. And I'm gonna bring you the hottest and the latest news from all over the world. But before that, let me read you some lessons or lessons in life that we have to learn. Yes. We have to remember, yes, Cape and Bodies, listen very well, that we can't please everyone. Yes, you can't please everyone. I don't know the secret to success, but the secret to failure is trying to please everyone, says Bill Cosby. You don't need everyone to agree with you or even like you. It's human nature to want to belong, to be liked, respected, and valued, but not at the expense of integrity and happiness. Other people cannot give you all the validation you seek that has come from inside. Speak up, stick to your guns, assert yourself when you need to, demand respect, stay true to your values, right? And then the next thing that we have to remember is your health is the most valuable asset. Health is an invaluable treasure. Always appreciate, nurture, and protect it. Good health is often wasted on the young before they have a chance to appreciate it for what it's worth. We tend to take our good health for granted because it's just there. Admit it or not, yes, it's true. We don't have to worry about it. So we don't really pay attention to it. I think I'm also guilty. I'm also one of those people where, yes, who seems to be guilty from it until we have to. Yes, we don't really pay attention to it until we have to. Like heart disease, bone density, stroke, many cancers, the list of many largely preventable diseases is long, so take care of your health now, or you'll regret it later on. Then the next thing that we have to remember is we don't always get what we want. Yes, you don't always get what you want. John Lennon says life is what happens while you're busy making other plans, right? No matter how carefully you plan and how hard you work, sometimes some things just don't work out the way we want them to. And that's okay. We have all of these expectations for determined visions of our own ideal life will look like, but all too often that's not the reality of life we end up with. Sometimes our dreams fail, and sometimes we just change our minds mid-course. Sometimes we have to flop to find the right course, and sometimes we just have to try a few things before we find the right direction, right? Then we also have to remember that it's not all about you. You are not the epicenter of the universe. It's very difficult to view the world from a perspective outside of your own, since we are always too focused on what's happening in our own lives. What do I have to do today? Like, what will this mean for me, for my career, for my life? What do I want? It's normal to be intensely aware of everything that's going on in your own life, but you need to pay as much attention to what's happening around you and how things affect other people in the world as you do to your own life. And it helps you to keep things in perspective. Okay? And last but not the least is oh yeah, that's the last because we're running out of time. And once again, this is DJ Hart, and you're listening to the world's peculiar radio station only here at Cape Radio 8.2. Annyeong. This is DJ Hart signing off. Good evening, Korea. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening.